Hello, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Texas De La Rosa. I am on today, and I wanted to do a quick video talking to you guys about something that I think we are all kind of going through right now, and it's the holiday season, and things are sometimes not always let's see here. What am I going to say? It's not always the easiest to be in the holiday season and dealing with family and friends and I used to be a bartender for many years. Those of you who don't know that, in my career, of course I'm a cosmetic tattoo professional now. I do laser, I do many things, but back in my early years, I was a bartender for a long time. And one of my bosses gave me some of the best advice during the holidays, and because when we're working with people, he would always say, hey, let's be careful and let's watch those people that are in our bars and drinking and doing things, because what happens is, people get drunk, they start, getting sad about their families, they get sad about not being with their friends, or maybe they're far away from home, or maybe they are in a situation where their families don't accept who they are as a person or who they are involved with in relationships or what have you, or maybe they just didn't have family. And so it can be a really kind of a scary, triggering time for a lot of people. And I think that something that a lot of people do during the holidays is they just kind of go with the flow, right? They tend to just go, okay, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing. I'm going to go visit family. I'm going to go visit, grandma, grandpa, even though grandpa is a jerk and it talks bad about me and says ugly things to mom or this and that. And, or maybe there's an uncle that's being really rude. And I did a video like this on Facebook, and it got a lot of hits because a lot of people were like, man, I respect you for talking about this stuff. And we gotta sometimes wonder when we are an adult and we finally get to a point where we are happy with ourselves, do we want to risk that happiness to just go home and do something that's going to make us unhappy? To go around people that don't make us happy? To go around people that don't make us feel safe? That don't make us feel loved and don't make us feel like we're part of the group, right? I think that there is a thing called toxic positivity, and it's a thing. It's where people are just like, oh, that's just, it's just how it is. And, you'll be fine. And just, they kind of play it off like, oh, just ignore them, And I think that a lot of times that works for some people, but it doesn't after a while, and I don't think that we should have to sacrifice our own happiness because we want to go visit grandma and grandpa, or we want to go visit so-and-so. I've gotten to a point in my life where I am much happier not doing the things and not being around people that I don't want to be around. And it's come to a point, I'm 42 years old now, so I think that has a lot to do with it. I think that my age has become a situation where I feel like, okay, I can do this. I don't have to go visit them. I don't have to go say hi to them. I don't have to go hang out with these people that are not good for me or whatever, And so I think that, it happens to a lot of us, and we just, it's a breath of fresh air is what I'm saying, to get to a point in your life where you don't have to appease anybody. You don't have to make anyone feel like, that you don't want to be there, and you're just doing it because, gosh, I'm going to make grandma feel better because I'm there. Make different choices. If someone is, not making you feel good, don't go visit them. You don't have to subject yourself to this. I had a friend of mine that actually mentioned me after, she messaged me because of the video I did on Facebook, and she was saying how it was so nice to hear someone speak the truth and actually say, hey, this is something that I get anxiety and I don't want to go back home because of this and that. And, my family doesn't accept me and whatever. And they're always, why don't you have this or why don't you have that? And, and it's like they compare me to my sister and this and that. And that's so unnecessary when we get to a certain time in our lives. It's so unnecessary to have that person make you feel like that. You don't need to feel that way. You don't deserve to feel that way. You deserve to feel happy. And I always tell people, when we were working in the bars and stuff, I would always, I would talk about how I had clients who would come and see me, and they were kind of like a family member. You know, I had people that would bring me gifts. I mean, gosh, this year alone, I've gotten so many gifts from people that just really kind of shook me to my core. It was like, oh my God, these people are so sweet. And it makes me feel so thankful that even though I'm not a bartender anymore, but I still work in a service industry, and I still have, you know, clients, they bring me gifts, and they're so nice and they're sweet. And we become like this little unit, as it were. And it's interesting that, you know, we get older and we can kind of pick and choose who we want to be around and who your tribe is, who your, you know, you hear that term, who's your tribe, who your people are, who the people are that are going to make you happy, make you feel safe, make you feel loved, make you feel wanted, you know, and that sometimes isn't family. Sometimes it's not your blood family. Sometimes that's the people that are, in your work family, or maybe you know, I always talk about like my first job my first real job where, you know, I met friends and stuff was Hula Hut in Lake Austin, here in Austin, Texas. And I still, to this day, my best friend who's tattooed on my arm, Miss Natalie, Natalie Hess, she's family. You know, she is someone that I have been a friend with since I was in my early 20s and a child, and now we're adults, and she has kids and she's married, and you know, I'm in a relationship and we have these things now, but we've never lost track of who we were as friends, and that woman is family to me, and her family is family to me. And so her kids are my family. And so it's interesting, as we get older, we don't always have the family that you think is there. You know, sometimes you grow that family into other people, and then sometimes, you know, those people become more family than your own family, which is sometimes sad, but it's true, you know. And so I just wanted to put this out there today that, you know, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do around the holidays. You really don't, you know, and sometimes it's important to self-preserve, as it were, and make sure that you are happy with who and what you're doing and where you're going and who you're with and who you're wanting to celebrate those holidays with, you know, because again, like I said, so many people get really depressed around this time and get really upset and get really, you know, anxious, triggered, anxiety, because, you know, they don't want to go back home and deal with stuff that, you know, maybe makes them feel bad. You know, we all have things that trigger us in some way, shape, or form sometimes from our childhoods. And, you know, that can be very devastating. You know, I'm very lucky that I have a family that I love to go see. I love to go visit my mom and dad. I love to hang out with them. And I was just talking to my mom earlier, and I don't even have to do anything with them. Like, we don't even have to go anywhere. We literally will just sit in our pajamas and watch movies and just, you know, talk about whatever and gossip. It's hilarious. You know, sometimes like that last time I was there, I was crocheting, you know, with my mom. It's like, you know, it's just nice to have family that you don't have to get dressed up for and do these things and all the hoity-toity events and whatever. I've gotten to a point where I don't like doing that kind of stuff very much. I mean, granted, I do like going to some parties here and there, but, you know, I just went to a Christmas party that my friend Corey invited me to, and I had a blast, talking with a lot of people and, getting to know new people. But, you know, I don't like to do those things anymore. I like to just kind of hang tight around the house, you know, and when I go visit my mom and dad, that's what we do. We watch movies, we talk, we eat, you know, we have a good time, and we don't even go out and do anything. And it's perfect, you know, but find that perfect thing for yourself that you want to do. And if that means hanging out with your friends and just going to a bar and having a drink, or if that means staying home and watching movies, or if that means binge watching Wednesday, because it's a great freaking show, Netflix, you got to win on that one. Yeah, it's good. If that means just being home by yourself, even, you know, some people don't need people. I was always a person, I never really needed to be around people, you know. As much of an extrovert as I am, I've always been that person that I could be okay at home and totally fine. So, you know, if that means being at home and doing something that you want to do, catching up on a movie or a show, or playing video games, or doing a podcast, doing a YouTube channel, whatever, you know, crocheting. I mean, I got my yarn right here, you know, so I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you are. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to pop on today and just talk about that, because I think that it's really important, especially around the holidays, that we remember that, you know, we are people and we deserve to be happy, and we deserve, deserve to be treated, nicely, and sometimes family doesn't do that, and sometimes family triggers you. We all know that family member that kind of isn't a great person for us and can make us feel bad, and we don't have to be around that person. You don't have to be around Uncle Jack or Aunt Susie if they're treating you like shit. You don't have to do it. You don't have to. You can actually say, no, I don't have to be around you, and I don't want to. And you can choose yourself. I can choose myself and my own happiness. if that's the case. So anyways, I wanted to pop on today and talk about that real quick and just put this little holiday PSA out there. And I hope this hits home. I mean, I am not a therapist by any means, so I just want to put that out there also as well. But I love sharing my experiences with people, and I love sharing how I feel about things, because I know that sometimes it hits home to people, and I think these are sometimes things that people don't want to talk about, and I think that we should talk about them. I think we should talk about those situations that make us uncomfortable, because we can fix it. We don't have to be uncomfortable. We can be happy instead. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever it is you're doing. Happy Hanukkah, all of the holidays. Happy holidays to all of them. We have 2023 around the corner. I am so excited for 2023. Such big things are coming our way, and I can't wait to share all that stuff with you. And again, thank you to all my subscribers. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know when I put a new video out. I try to put them out every Monday, but I've been getting a little ahead of myself and putting them out a little bit every maybe 3 days or so. So I'm going to try to keep on track with that. So, So anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Be kind to others, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye.